Alright, now we're going to learn how to find the center and radius of a circle given an equation in general or expanded form. Now, let's just say that we have an equation of a circle given in the general of expanded form as x squared plus y squared minus 8x plus 4y plus 11 equals to 0. So this will be a common thing that you can see when an equation of a circle is given. Now, you may have actually seen only the standard form of the equation. If we have a center A, B, and the radius is R, we have the equation that is in standard form as bracket x minus a squared plus bracket y minus b squared equals to r squared. And this is actually based on Pythagoras theorem where we form the three sides and we link them up. Now, if we use this standard form and we expand it, we can have x minus a squared expanded to x squared minus 2ax plus a squared. This is just a normal quadratic expansion. We also have y minus b bracket squared as y squared minus 2by plus b squared, and we equate it to r squared. So let's gather the terms together where we have x squared plus y squared written first, then we have minus 2ax, then minus 2by, then we have all the constant terms which are without x or y. So we have a squared plus b squared minus r squared. We will write them together, making sure that we put a 0 on the right hand side so that it matches the equation that we were originally given. Now, to start off, we're going to use something that we learned in polynomials, which is comparing like terms. So the first one that we're going to compare will be the coefficient of x. Okay, so I have highlighted it in yellow here. So we have negative 2a will be the same value as negative 8. Then after that, when we solve for a, we'll get it as 4. Next, we're going to go with the green box. We're going to compare the coefficients of y. So we have negative 2b equals to 4. So b will be negative 2. Next, we are going to compare what we call the constant term. So we have a squared plus b squared minus r squared on the left hand side, and we're going to equate it to 11. So we already have the a and b values from earlier on, so we're going to replace a as 4 and b as negative 2. And let's make r squared the subject, and we are going to leave all the numbers together. So we're going to have 16 plus 4 minus 11, it will give us 9, but that is for r squared. So if you want to find r, which is the length of the radius, we will have to take a square root, so that's how we get 3. Now, putting it all together, the center of a circle is always given as bracket AB, right, as a coordinate. So since we have a as 4 and b as negative 2, by writing it again, that's exactly the center already. So the radius is going to be just 3 units. Now, to drive the point home, let's try another equation. So I've changed the equation here. Method is still the same, which I'm repeating in this slide here. You may want to just pause the video, take out a piece of paper, and try to match the coefficients and try to find the center and the radius using the method that I just showed you earlier on. Then you may want to compare to see whether you're able to get the steps right. Okay, so same thing. Let's compare the coefficient of x, and that's how you get negative 2a. We equate to negative 6, so a is 3. Negative 2b, we will equate it to negative 2, where we compare the coefficients of y, and we'll be able to get b as 1. And then we are going to do the constant terms. So we have a squared plus b squared minus r squared equals to negative 15. And using the a and b that we have found, replacing a as 3 and b as 1, and then making r squared the subject, we'll be able to get r squared equals to 25. Taking the square root, we'll get r as 5. And then putting it together, center of circle is AB, so we have 3, 1. Radius is 5 units. So let's practice a couple more questions. So this time around, I'm just going to give you the questions, and you may want to pause here, work it out before you play on the video to see the answers. Okay, hopefully you have already done that. So now, let's check your answer. For the first one, your center will be 4, 0, radius is 3. And for the second one, center negative 2, 3, and radius is 4. Alright, so Walt Disney says that the way to get started is to quit talking and begin doing. So maths is a lot about practice. So maybe you can try out more questions from the textbook to make sure that you are able to understand the topic well. That's the end.